quick lesson on what Apple can teach us about failure, why you and your business need to start failing like Apple, and why, in the long run, nobody gives a damn. We know Apple is one of the most successful companies in the world, and the word failure isn't usually associated with them. Well, the way they deal with failure empowered me to start this YouTube channel, and since you're here watching this video, I can confirm it worked for me. One of my biggest challenges when taking action, especially when it involves something with high visibility, like posting on social media or starting a YouTube channel, is that oldie but goodie in my subconscious, fear of the judgment of others. Who those others are doesn't matter. Friends, family, internet strangers, that girl from third grade you had a crush on who still follows you on Facebook. The fear of trying something that might not go perfectly and someone you know might seeing it and might judging you keeps us paralyzed and not taking action. To make sure we're on the same page, what failure looked like for Apple, let's do a little bit of a recap. This is just a small sampling. If you really want to fall deep into the rabbit hole, Google Apple failures and see how many things pop up. Let's start with the Power Mac G4 Cube. Stunningly beautiful, stunning failure sales-wise. The Newton. You remember Apple getting into gaming consoles with the Apple Pippin? Yeah, I didn't think so. One of Steve Jobs' first projects at Apple? Huge failure, the Apple Lisa. How about that USB hockey puck mouse? The Apple III tried to build on the success of the Apple II and failed miserably. The iPod Hi-Fi. Take your pick of platforms. eWorld, iTunes Pings, Mobile Me, all did not stick around. Even some of Apple's greatest successes that some people consider with hindsight to be overnight successes were not that and actually took a while to take off. The iPod didn't take off as a Mac-only accessory. It wasn't until Apple released the PC version of iTunes that the iPod changed the trajectory of Apple as a company. The iPhone, yes, it was popular, but it didn't hit the stratosphere till the App Store arrived a year later after the launch. The Apple Watch, ubiquitous as it is now, did not start off that way. Originally marketed as a fashion accessory and as an extension of the iPhone, it did not have strong sales at the beginning. It wasn't until Apple retooled the messaging and focusing in on as a health monitor and fitness tracker did sales take off. So what are the lessons here? Well, Apple fails a lot, and no one remembers. Apple fails a little, retools, refines, has success, but no one remembers the struggles at the beginning. So you have a company that literally has millions of eyes watching everything they do, and a whole industry of tech bloggers, YouTubers, journalists, fanboys, and professional haters documenting every screw up and dissecting every move for the world to see. Guess what? Apple doesn't care. They keep creating new products and services. Yet here you and I are paralyzed from taking action in our own lives with something that can change our lives because we're concerned about what they will think of us. Well, the first step to conquering this is awareness. We got that out of the way, so we have that working for us. Next is accepting the fact that people's opinions we fear don't matter. They don't matter because they're not paying our bills, they're not living our lives, but most importantly, they don't care what we're doing. Everyone is living their lives in their own heads, worried about whatever traumas they haven't worked out with their therapist yet, just like us. Remember, getting something wrong in business or our personal lives isn't the killer here. The inaction is. The fear that prevented us from trying. Well, I'm done with that. For the most part. So let's start failing like Apple. Over and over again. Trust me, no one will remember. My name is Gabe Iglesias, former 10-year Apple employee and founder of iBleed in 6 colors. Get this shirt at ibsix.com and subscribe, follow for more truth bombs. See you next time.